What's up, coolers, and welcome back to Barca Dream Team. And today we're going to be reacting to the brand new FC Barcelona A New Era documentary. We're discussing Chapter 1 and we'll be covering Barca's 8-2 defeat to Bayern, Koeman's arrival and Suarez's exit, and Messi's departure from the club. We hope you'll subscribe and hit that notification bell, and let's get started.
The first episode begins with the departure of Ernesto Valverde and the arrival of Quique Setien. It seemed a bit strange to bring in Setien. He had previously been the manager of Real Betis, but they weren't exactly world beaters. He never really had that winning mentality or character, and that meant that he was easily influenced into making poor decisions by Bartomeu, and he came across as too relaxed. He even said himself that the day before he was riding next to his cows in his hometown, and now he was the head coach of Football Club Barcelona. It all seemed too much for him, to be honest. And we know that around that time, Barca were in contact with Xavi Hernandez at Al Sadd. And although it wasn't explicitly stated, it seemed that Xavi didn't want to make the move because of Bartomeu. He said he wasn't quite ready, but that he trusted Setien to do a good job.
But yeah, it was Quique Setien who took charge in the end, and after a mixed bag of a LaLiga campaign, Barca were drawn against Bayern Munich in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Now, we all remember that horrible 8-2 defeat that made us realise things couldn't possibly get any worse than that. Barcelona had hit rock bottom, and Setien was sacked and replaced with then Dutch national team coach Ronald Koeman. And the documentary highlighted something which seems quite obvious, but it was a major background operation. Koeman's main goal was to rejuvenate this team. He wanted to get rid of the dead wood and the 8-2 survivors. But we got to join into Koeman's conversation with Bartomeu and the Barca board in a local restaurant. He made it absolutely clear that Messi would be the only exception to his exodus. He wanted himself and the president to explain that to him, but also to mention that major changes would be on the horizon. He wanted to warn Messi, but also protect himself. He knew that if Messi accepted, the team would benefit. And then if Messi was to decline, Koeman would be able to tell the press that the club wanted him to stay, and it was Messi who wanted to leave.
And Suarez was the first victim of Koeman's arrival. He was forced out of the club. He wasn't in Koeman's plans from the very start of his tenure. This was massive because of what Suarez represents to the club. He was part of the MSN trio, and he won everything there was to win. And Koeman just cast him aside without giving him any opportunity. That really did set a precedent for what was about to come and what Koeman was capable of. The new season was on the horizon, but in late August, Barca fans were left shocked. Messi had sent a Burofax to Bartomeu requesting to leave the club. Now that really was a sign that things had to change. If Messi was to stay on, Barca would need to have a miraculous season. But just before the start of the season, Messi had confirmed that he would stay. He told Koeman he wanted a change. Bartomeu hadn't kept his word and he felt betrayed by him. But Messi reassured Koeman that he would give his 100% for Barca as he wanted to stay.
But the season started off terribly. After just 12 games, Barca were 12 points adrift from the top, with Atletico leading the way. Barca did manage to pull off that miracle though, reducing the deficit to just 1 point with only a few games to go. Barca had started to click. Griezmann had more of a role in the team, De Jong was having the form of his life, and Messi and Pedri had struck up an amazing partnership. But the high pressure of being so close to a La Liga title was just too much to handle. Poor performances against Granada and Atletico meant Los Colchoneros secured Diego Simeone's second La Liga title.
The culmination of bad results, Messi's wish to leave, and pressure from the Socis led to Bartomeu and his board resigning in October 2022. It was time for someone else to take the reins, and Joan Laporta made a sensational return to the club, following a successful first stint in charge of Barca in the Guardiola era. Piqué described the return of Laporta as being the start of something new. The team finally felt as though they could win something, and all the players were fired up for the Copa del Rey.
That's right, after hard-fought wins against Sevilla and Granada, the Copa del Rey seemed to be within Barca's grasp. Barca destroyed Athletic Club in the final by 4-0 in an emphatic display. We capped off a rather subpar season in a positive way despite missing out on La Liga and an early Champions League exit.
What a start to the series, guys, and this documentary is really going to give us the behind-the-scenes workings of Football Club Barcelona at the most crucial time in our history. But let us know your thoughts in the comments, guys. Tell us what you made of the documentary. I really enjoyed the behind-the-scenes aspect of it to feel fully immersed in all the drama. And make sure to look out for our reaction to Chapter 2, which will be coming soon. So if you like this video, guys, make sure to hit that notification bell, subscribe to BDT, and we'll see you next time. Visca el Barça!